Hello, all my TCG enthusiasts, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Testing. I know it's been a while since we've tested any Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks. Apologies for that. But anyways, I got one for you today, so let's check it out. Today we are playing Ishizu Tear, but most importantly, we are playing at 𝐂𝐓𝐀𝐘's top 32 Ishizu Tears list from the YCS Los Angeles, California from this April. So anyways, I will let you all know I've never really played the Ishizu Tear deck or any Tearlament deck for period, so you're gonna just have to enjoy me struggling through the combos of this deck. But anyways, let's go through the card by card. We first have Kashtira Finra. If you again, all the Kashtiras have the same effect. If you do not control a monster, you can special summon him from the hand, and then you can add one Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand. And when this card declares an attack, or if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls and banish it face down. We got 3 Tearlaments Kashtira. During your main phase, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, banish one Kashtira or Tearlaments card from your hand or graveyard. If this card is normal special summon, you can send the top 3 cards of either player's graveyard to the graveyard, and then if this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. We got the One Shaddoll Beast. If it hits the graveyard, we can draw 1. If it flips face up, draw 2, discard 1. We got Squamata. If it flips face up, it pops a card on the field. Or if it's sent to the grave, you can send one Shaddoll monster to the graveyard. So most of the time, you're just going to send Squamata hits the graveyard, you send Beast to get the draw. For our Tearlaments here, we have Tearlament Shireen. During your main phase, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, and then send top 3 cards your deck to the graveyard. If this, then all the Tearlaments have the same effect. And if they're sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using cards from your graveyard by placing the Tearlament monster and their monster on the bottom of your deck. It is a hard once per turn. For the Ishizu cards, we have Agito. This is the mill 5. Kelbeck is the mill 5. Midoriya is the shuffle back 3, and then the last one is Keldo, which is also shuffle back 3. If you don't know what these cards are, you've been living under a rock through the Ishizu Tier 0 format. We have 3 Tearlaments Rhino Heart. When he's normal summoned, you can add a Tearlaments, add a Tearlaments card to your hand. No, you can send one Tearlaments monster from your deck to the graveyard, which triggers all the Tearlament monsters' effects because they'll be sent by a card effect to activate their effects from Great Diffuse. And then if he is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. And if you do, send one Tearlaments card from, and then you can send one Tearlaments card from your hand to the graveyard. By card effect, you special summon this guy, and then send one Tearlaments card from your hand to the graveyard. Alright, we have the one Havness. Havness can special summon herself on your opponent's side of on your opponent's turn as a quick effect, and then send the top 3 cards, and again sent by card effect you can fusion summon. We have 3 King of the Swamp to mitigate for one of the Tearlaments 𝐂𝐘 not being legal anymore in the format, to get into Kaleido Heart. No, get into Reclusus. Right, Reclusus. Reclusus needed 𝐂𝐾, and with 𝐂𝐾 banned, you have to use our good friend King of the Swamp. We got the 3 Ash Blossom that deal with those draw decks. We have merely when normal summon, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard, and again does the exact same fusion summoning mechanic. We have the 2 Diviner of the Herald, can send any fairy monster from our deck or any extra deck monster to the graveyard. No, you can only send one fairy monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard and then resolve that effect. It will increase its level, but most of the time we are just sending the Nintes or any one of our good friends the Ishizu cards. For spells, we have 2 Foolish Bearer of Goods to basically send any one of our spell trap cards to the graveyard. Really nice to send any of the Tearlaments, Trapper spells, 1 Polymerization, 1 Terraforming, 3 Book of Moon to deal with the Kashtira format, or Kashtira matchup. In the Kashtira format, we have 1 Scream. If a monster is normal special summon, you control a Tearlaments monster, or Vice for us. Or Vice Starfrost, you can send top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard and also return all Monsters your opponent controls do 500 attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard. By card effect, you can add 1 Tearlaments trap card from your deck, which is really nice to get the 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐒. We have 1 Pressured Planet 𝐂𝐓𝐾𝐒. When this card is activated, add 1 Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand. That allows us to get into Fenrir or into the Tearlaments Kashtira. To your hand, monster you control gain 1000 attack and defense for each different attribute on the field. If a Kashtira Shengrir is on the field, which we will never be making, so this last effect does not matter to us. The first effect is only on grabbing the 2 Kashtira cards we're playing in here, Fenrir and Tearlaments. We have the 3 Primeval Planet, Planario, don't know how to pronounce that. But anyways, when it activates, you can add any Tearlaments card or Vice of Starfrost to your hand. Again, we're never going to be adding any Vice of Starfrost to our hands. We're just going for the tiers. And then when a Tearlament monster is put on the bottom of your deck, you can target 1 card in the field and destroy it. We have 𝐿 Karma. This is basically just to, we're never going to use the first effect to target a Vice Starfrost. There is no Vice Starfrost in our monster zone at all. And none of our guys are considered Star Bifrost or Vice's Starfrost. But we can banish it from the graveyard to add 1 spell trap that mentions Vice Starfrost, like the Planet Perlenio, like our good Tearlaments Scream, or even Pressured Planet 𝐂𝐓𝐾𝐒. So this is just here to be a searcher card, which we will dump off, of course, Foolish Burial Goods. We have Tearlament 𝐂𝐓𝐾. If you control a Tearlaments monster or Vice of Starfrost, again, another card that we can search off of 𝐿 Karma. You can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects, then send 1 monster you control to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard card effect, you can add 1 Tearlaments monster from your deck to your hand. Again, being able to send all of your Tearlament monsters on the field is really nice, because then this immediately triggers all their effects to begin fusion summoning. For the extra deck, we have Grapha, Chimera, our Kaleido Heart, our Reckless, our Dragosuspelia, our Winda, our Nintes, Mud Dragon, Baron, Zeus, the Time Thief, number 41, number 60, Asa, and Sprite's Brand. For the side deck to mostly deal with a good amount of the Kashtira format, we have the Driver and Gammas, we got the Gamma Seals, we have the Volcanic Scattershot. This is 4 time rules to basically burn your opponent in time so you can win the game. Called by the Grave, 3 Super Poly, because again, Mud Dragon is very nice to fuse off that, same as Dragosuspelia, and you can even use Guardian Chimera that way. And then we have the 1 Heartbeat, 1 Metanos, and 1 Crime. But that is the deck. So let's see how well I can pilot Caleb's deck here in a best 2 out of 3, 1 take. So we'll see you in the game. All right, folks, so here we are. So anyways, we would really like to go first to do a lot of stuff. So let's take a rock. Let's get that first and let's get into it. Oh, neat overlay. All right, so we have already a good start here. We're going to start off with the Primeval Planets. We're going to add a Tearlaments to our hand. We could add ourselves Kashtira. We are probably going to... let's add, you can special summon this card, and then we could send the dude to our graveyard, which is basically then sending Rhino Heart, or we can send Madura to the graveyard. Yeah, let's grab Sheeran. Opponent is thinking here. Let's activate Sheeran. Summon the Sheeran. During your main phase, special summon this card, and if you do, send 1 monster from your hand. Oh, right, okay. That was resolving the event. Okay, we did hit a couple here. So we did get 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐒, which will add us another tier card, and we have 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐒. So we're gonna activate here. We're gonna go Chainlink 1 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐒, Chainlink 2 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐒, just to protect the 𝐒𝐓𝐾. We're gonna send the Beast. We are going to add Havness for our opponent. We're gonna activate Beast to draw 1. Again, this can be ashed. Okay, apparently we got Terraforming. We'll activate Terraforming to get our hands on another copy. We could go the Pressured Planet to get our hands on a copy of the Kashtira Tearlaments. Or we could get another primeval planet, Pelerano, for follow-up. We'll grab the pressure planet, but we won't use it this turn. Okay. We will then trigger Medora. Was normal summon Medora, apologies. When he is normal summoned, you can discard one. What does he do when he's normal summoned? I didn't think these things had a normal summon. Quick effect. Oh, you can banish this side from your field or graveyard. No, we are not triggering that effect. Alright, now we'll go to our redoer. Time Thief Redoer here. We will activate the Time Thief Redoer effect. We will send the Sheeran. Activate Sheeran because she was sent by an effect. We are not going to be triggering Medora here. We will go into Winda, sending back the beasts. We will do 1 and 2. We'll put on the bottom. There's no card to destroy, so there's no point for us triggering the primitive planets here, and Medora is useless to us right now. Alright, we will end the turn on that when we will bring back the Time Thief Redoer, and then on the standby phase, we will trigger his effect. No, nothing a draw. We will trigger the Time Thief. And again, we are, by the way, we are locked into one special summon as well. Cannot be destroyed by effects. Each player can only special summon one monster per turn. So if we do summon a Havness, we will have nothing to utilize with it. Because this is not a special summoning condition. This is monster banished until the end phase. It's not a special summon condition. So we still have one special summoning condition here. Our opponent's going to start off with a Pot of Desire, Pot of Prosperity. We don't have no Ash for that. No. Alright, so he is playing the one and the only Lab. He's got the Labyrinth over here. A good deck also for this format, as long as you play, you know, going first against your Kashtira format matchup. Because if Kashtira, first things Kashtira is going to do is they're going to lock out your back row. So then a Labyrinth deck cannot set up in any way and play through it. Now, of course, there are cards to get around it. Nibiru right now is a very good floodgate for all the Kashtira decks. There is Book of the Moon. I know playing Book of the Eclipse. They're playing also, I think, the Book of the Moon that pitches the 2. So interesting, he's going to go Pot of Duality off of that, when I'm pretty sure this locks you in. No, you cannot. Let's get top card. Add 1 that's in the bottom of your turn. You can only activate 1 of Prosperity. You cannot draw cards by effects this turn. Okay, so you can't draw cards, but he can still look. Alright, so he did see an evenly match. It looks like a big welcome Labyrinth and then something else. So he's going to grab the evenly match. It's a little interesting. He's going to go evenly matched here. Because I do have a trap. Okay, so he's going to go battle phase. He is triggering the... he's going to go for evenly here. It's a little waste to me. It's only 2 cards. Select 2. Master Duel. I should only had to have select 1 there, sir. Master Duel. I only needed to select, I don't know, Eddie Pro or whatever I'm on, YGO Pro. Why did you make me select 2? Banish, to make your opponent banish cards so they control the same number of cards you do. You controlled 1, I should have controlled 1. Don't know why that happened, folks. Don't know why. Apparently, YGO Pro thinks that is how the card effects should work. All right. Oof. This isn't exactly a good. Guess we'll activate the pressured planet. Still don't understand how he actually was able to even. We'll add Fenrir. We'll special summon Fenrir here. We still have Havness as well. Summon Fenrir. Fun enough with Fenrir's effect as well. This card declares an attack or your opponent activates a monster effect set during stand phase. You can target one guy and utilize it. Oh no, that's not what I want to trigger. He gets response. We're gonna actually Fenrir to get us into the Kashtira one. We'll be able to banish Rhino Heart here. You know, sometimes you just got to eat a strike to the face. I guess we will set, and I will pass the turn. As soon as my opponent figures out how to play the game. Alright, I mean, on his turn, monster effect on the field, I still have Havness I can trigger from hand. He's gonna go Trap Trick here. He's probably gonna set Welcome Labyrinth if I had to take a guess. Yes, it is Welcome Labyrinth. So he's probably gonna then trigger it because it's the only trap power he can trigger through the turn. That's gonna bring out the Heavenly Lord. Neon Phase, Chain Link 2 to summon Welcome Labyrinth. Again, I'll be able to. Does Medora target card? Target up to 3 cards. Okay, so he just targets cards and shuffles them into the graveyard. So okay, he set the big Welcome Labyrinth. He brought out the mommy. Our loving mommy. It's gonna come in. Now I'm gonna eat 3k from this guy. The problem though, whatever he said is going to be banished. And I think he said big welcome. So I mean, it's gonna be banished at the end of the turn if he doesn't trigger it off the King of the... If he doesn't trigger it here. Yeah, big welcome Labyrinth. Being triggered to bring out Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. So basically now he has 2 of them. This one apparently though. Oh no, it's 2 different. This is Lovely Labyrinth. This is Lady Labyrinth. Yes, we will trigger the Medora here. Chain Link 1. Let us shuffle back. Yeah, let's get rid of that and we'll send the Fenrir back. It allows me to make sure he can't set another either Labyrinth. Alright, he's gonna bring out... Still end the battle phase, by the way. Yeah, he's gonna win this one. Ouch. Ugh. Not great there. Alright. Still don't understand how evenly matched affect me there. Alright, well, we are going to be going first against a trap deck. Let's get in those super polys. What do we want to take out for them? I guess we can keep some King of the Swamp. We'll take out... we know it's not a Kashtira matchup, so let's just take out the Book of Moons for the super polys. Let's see, Heartbeat, you can target 1 spell trap card on the field or target up to 2 neutral Vice Frost, shuffle them in the deck, and then send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. And Crime is when a spell trap card effect is activated while you control a Tearlaments monster. Yeah, let's bring that in. We'll send the Trivikarma there so that we can get in the Crime. Basically, we'd be able to stop any of the Labyrinth cards. We're gonna go first. Alright, this is not horrible. No, I'll activate Scream just so we have it up. Send the Diviner, activate the Diviner. We will send, of course, let's send 𝐒𝐍𝐿 effect to mill. We can mill 2 more cards here, and from him... Wow, Imperial Iron one, okay. Activate the effect, descendant number 2. Shirin. What else is... No, we're not going to chain. We will then bring out Rakkalos. Well, Rakkalos will need to send a tier monster to resolve her effect. When your opponent activates a monster effect or a normal spell trap card while you have cards in your hand quick effect, you can activate this effect. You can activate this effect. The activated effect becomes your opponent's discards 1 card. You can only use the effect of Grapha, the Dark World, once per turn. If this card from its owner leaves the field because an opponent's... Once per turn, quick effect, you declare 1 attribute. This card becomes that attribute until the end of the turn. Well, we need... What happens if you get sent to the grave? I know for a fact Rakkalos does something when she gets sent to the grave. If this fusion card is sent to the grave by card effect, special summon this card. Yeah, let's go Rakkalos. 1 and 2. Summon the Rakkalos. Activate. Scream. Sending cards. Now we have Avernus triggering here. We will make... Now who do we make? We can make Winda to stop him from special summoning for a turn, but he's a trap deck, so he's got to set up for a whole turn. Trying to think. Yeah, let's make Reinhardt just to have... Oh, we need this in 3. Summon the Reinhardt. No. No effect. Okay, what do? You can target 1 card your opponent controls. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can special summon this card, and if you do, send 1 Tearlaments card from your deck to the graveyard. Okay. Alright, we will set the Solic, because we do now control a... We do now, of course, control a tier monster. We also have an Ash in hand, and we have a Squamata for any weird follow-up. And we can, of course, Ash the big any Labyrinth card. Alright, so he just set his entire hand and passed. Alright, so now he's gonna go punishment on that, apparently. Well, I think he's gonna send a Nintas here. Yeah, he sent Nintas. Is that worth sending an Agito? No, it's not worth that. Because Kaleido will die by card effect, so Kaleido will trigger. Kaleido effect. Special summon the Kaleido back, and then we will send to the graveyard Rhino. If you do, send 1 Tearlament card. I don't have a Tearlaments card right now to do. I could send Solic. Let's send Merely. Let's chain. Okay, let's see. We do have... let's go Chainlink 1, then Chainlink 2, and then Chainlink 3. Let's shuffle that into the deck. Let's see what it is, if I can force it out of him. It's gonna Trenchal Tribute me. Alright. What I'm also gonna do is kill the Kaleido. I guess we will make that with this. 1 and 2. Summon. We, of course, sent the 3 cards. Nothing we can do there. And we got the Trap Trick triggering. This is probably going to summon Welcome Labyrinth if I had to take a guess. No, big welcome Labyrinth, especially someone Labyrinth monster from your hand. No point in that. Well, we don't control anything right now. That's what we really do. So I guess we'll go battle phase. Attack in. We will, in response, hit it with an Ash. I mean, it's the only trap card you could activate for the turn, so. And we win the turn from that. We still have an Ash in hand. Megiddo engrave to shuffle stuff back. A Cry Me. Well, I don't control any Tearlament. Sorry, bud. Alright, well, anyways, maybe a point of shuffling back that Megiddo. But not right now. Alright. Let's go to battle phase again. Alright, well, we're winning by the fact of sitting on a window. Well, I try to figure out... I guess that's one problem with almost all the tier monsters being one-ups. Okay, well, he is going to be going first here. I have no question on that. So, as a going first deck that likes to play its entire back row, that is the question. Question is to use the put Heartbeat in for crime, eh? I guess we'll swap that out. I'm trying to think now. Of the rest of our stuff, we have gammas that would be really nice to hit on the Lady Labyrinth. Or on any of Labyrinth monsters. But the question is, we haven't even seen any of the other Labyrinth monsters. Though it'd be nice to maybe hit on when he goes for when he utilizes the primal being, the guard that protects the back row. We'll just finish with this and see what happens. Still like to know how that evenly match got rid of half my board. Alright, this is actually not too bad because if he starts spamming a board, we can super poly sending the Megiddo. Megiddo will recognize that we sent it per an effect, so then it'll mill 5, which is hilarious. Wow, look everyone, who would have thought set 5 pass? It's the best type of gameplay we've ever seen. Trap decks. Alright, we got a D barrier. Gotta love it when they scream out fusion monster. Alright, well, that means also effects of fusion monsters are also negated as well, so we can't go into a fusion monster for the turn. Alright, kind of sucks, because that's kind of what we want to do in a deck that is based around fusion summoning. But, I mean, we have other mechanics. I mean, we could synchro somehow. I mean, we can make a Time Thief as well. We do have the ability to do that. Alright, well, we will add a Do to our hand. Let's add a Happiness. Now the question is, do we just send out a Herald to just sit there and we can send any one of our guys to the graveyard to start a mill? Your deck to your graveyard, except Tearlaments, Rhino Heart. We could do that. Yeah, we'll summon the Rhino Heart and send a card. Maybe get our hands on another tier card for follow-up next turn. And this is, of course, until the end of the turn. Alright, we will activate effect. He allowed the summon to go through, so now he's going to see whether or not the effect will resolve. Okay, we will send the Kashtira. We will activate the Kashtira to send 2. Or to mill 2 more. No point in sending any of the fusers. Alright, well now he knows we have Super Polys running around in our deck. Alright, well, we'll go battle phase. Right now, evenly matched cannot be used here because he has more cards than I do. So, that will not work. We will attack for 2k. We have an Ash and we have a Super Poly. Mind you, again, we can also still Super Poly everything. Now he's going to try Big Labyrinth. Here's an Ash. Show me the Call by the Grave. Come on, show me one of those cards is Called by the Grave. No, okay, well, this is going to go through unless he's got Welcome Labyrinth. Does not have the Welcome Labyrinth. Main phase 2. We will set 1. And we will end the turn. Now, of course, that's my 1 Ash. Alright, so here we go for Welcome Labyrinth. Because he can't attempt to activate another big Welcome Labyrinth. It's a hard once per turn. It's extremely hard once per turn. So here comes a big Labyrinth. A big Welcome Labyrinth. It's probably going to summon the mommy. If I had to take a guess. Yep. I mean, next turn we start fusion summoning. So there's not really much he can do next turn. Reckoning that we'll begin fusion summoning. I kind of want to wait to see what he's got. So he's going to banish Big Welcome Labyrinth to spin that back. Not that it really matters. We have the Super Poly. It's going to trigger the effect here to then... Destroy 1 card. Okay, so he's going to blow up the planet. That way, if I activate the planet's effect... Wait, can I not use this? Play 1 monster type for the rest of the turn. Neither player can special summon monsters. Why can't I? Right, now we can go have this effect. Mill. That gives us a Midoriya. Activate Rhino Heart. And summon the Rhino Heart to the fence. Send the Rhino Heart to grave. Trigger Rhino Heart to send. Again, I'm not too concerned about the card in his back row right now. Midoriya. No, we will send to the graveyard. Let's go merely effect. We will make Kaleido Heart with merely. Let's go the Rhino Heart in grave and the Havness. 1, 2, and 3. Summon all big Kaleido Heart. Activate Kaleido Heart. They believe this was the... I'm gonna be so mad if that was not the... Now he's gonna Torrential Tribute, but that will trigger Kaleido Heart. Kaleido Heart effect. We will not be utilizing Midoriya. Summon Kaleido Hearts. Send to the graveyard. If this card, you can... Tearlaments card without getting the Solic. Let's send Sheeran, because we haven't triggered Sheeran yet. No. Oh, did we trigger Sheeran? I thought we hadn't triggered... I thought we only triggered Havness and Merely. Oh well. I mean, now we have a pretty good grip on the battle right now, as he's basically hit most of his board presence. We got a Midoriya in the graveyard to shuffle back a bunch of stuff, our stuff and his stuff as well. Probably most of his stuff to stop him from getting any of the Labyrinth cards back onto the field. He's gonna set 1, and I think he's gonna have to pass for that. Alright, well, it's my go. One thing we'll be triggering here. Let's... bring out Diviner. You can get response. Trigger Diviner. Let's mill 5. He's gonna Trenchel me again. Alright, that's real fun. We will send Kel back. Activate Chainlink 1, Rhino Heart. Chainlink 2, Kel back. Summon Rhino Heart. Now we have send to the graveyard. Let's send Kashtira. Let's start chaining a lot of effects. Let's send. Oh, special summon this guy from the hand now. Let's go Kaleido Heart Chainlink 1. Spin that. Chainlink 2 will do Scream. Chainlink 3 will do Kashtira. Chainlink 4 we will do 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐒. You know what? We'll summon the little guy himself. And we will chain and nothing else. We'll chain. We will special summon. Let's special summon Kelbeck. We will add a Rhino Heart to hand. We will add a 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐒 to hand. And we shuffle back a card. We did send this. You can target 1 Tearlaments, trap card in your graveyard, add it to hand, add another 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐒 to hand because apparently we need the second one. Alright. Nothing else to really trigger right now. We will then go overlay these two for the redoer. We will not use his effect here because I think his materials are hards. Yeah, so you can only use the effect of Kelbeck once per turn and a 𝐒𝐍𝐿 once per turn. Alright, we will set 1. We will go to battle. Trying to think what we got. So we saw a Welcome Labyrinth. We saw one of the other chicks. We will swing. So yeah, I did shuffle back Dimensional Wall, or whatever it was. The card that basically stopped me from fusion summoning. I totally forgot what its name is. Alright, well, we will just go to end phase. There's nothing left unless this is like evenly match. And if it's evenly match, it kind of sucks. Alright, so we set 1. I mean, at the end of the turn, I'll probably trigger here. Let's go redoer. We will send Kelbeck. None of those will trigger. Oh right, no, it has to be mill. If this card is sent from hand or deck to the graveyard, except during that, you can special summon this. When's the mill? Oh right, if it's sent from hand or deck to graveyard, so. I mean, oh, we forgot to do the redoer. Apologies, I forget that that's not a mandatory effect. That's a you may. You can attach a material to the dude. Bring him back. Nothing else to utilize. I totally forget that that's a freaking standby. You can attach a card. I mean, that just gives us a trap. A pretty low chance of a monster. So he's gonna send Nintus, which is annoying. The problem is, if he blows Rhino Heart up again, it just triggers Rhino Heart. What's his target? Rhino Heart again? Okay, sir. Oh, he's gonna trigger his big labyrinth. I will chain in response to that. Sending this. Let's get this out of here. Merely and Havness can go 2. Yeah, trigger Rhino Heart. What is this last face down? Send that. Chainlink 1. Chainlink 2. Put this back. Make a Mud Dragon. Yeah. Alright, folks. Well, we did it. We won. Well, folks, there we are. Now, I will say, I have no idea if I played that deck optimally. We played it and we won. Whether or not we played it optimally, that's for you to debate in the comments below. But it shows that Tearlaments still can play relatively well even in this format. I mean, this deck did get top 32 at a YCS. But let me know down in the comments below if you think Tearlaments can still hold up in the Kashtira format. And do make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And we'll see you here next time on Mama Dragon's TCG on another Yu-Gi-Oh! Testing.